Hi everyone, it's Christina from Christina's Art Corner. Today I'm going to do my 10 or so favorite books, supplies, and in those supplies I'm going to include pencils and other mediums, and then I'm going to do things I like for embellishments. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the books, but you might want to get comfy and cozy however you watch these videos. Maybe have a little snack or something to drink, because I'm going to show you the pages that I've finished in the books that I've chosen. And I was going to go only by illustrator or only by book, but I found a combination is best. So let's go ahead and start. And I am in my kitchen, so we'll see how the acoustics are because I had to lay out all my supplies and needed a bigger space. So let's go ahead and start out with books. Okay, and these are in no particular order of favorite, but I wouldn't be able to do a favorites video without Kirby Rosanas. So I will show you what I have completed in these books. And I'll tell you that I think I had my year anniversary on YouTube in May of this year, so I've not been doing this for a super long time. But I have some nostalgia feelings towards some of these books, and I'll let you know on those and what I think. So I'll start with Worlds Within Worlds. I love the paper in Kirby books. I love being able to use different mediums. So I know on these two pages here, I know I had used some like marabou crayons in the background and different pencils. I'll pull you up here a little bit so that you can see. I love all the little details in here, and it looks like I've got some sort of metallic on there. It's been a while since I've done this page, but yes. And then I enjoyed and loved doing this page, and this was the first time I ever used glossy accents on a page. And I know that I used glitter gel pens here. I don't know if you can see, but yes, these were some favorite pages of mine in this book. Let me go to the next is the octopus, and I used some metallic watercolors on this, and also some Mod Podge, and used polychromos and prismas on here. Yeah, enjoyed doing this double page spread, and did this one and had a tea background, and then used Prisma and polys. That was lots of fun. And then this is an early page that I did. I had just mentioned this in a previous video, but it's a hot mess, but it's a nice one to go back to and remember. I was quite fond of it at the time. And it's okay. It's okay to remember. I remember I messed up back here. I did use ink tints back here, but I was new to it. So I didn't get everything perfectly correct, but yeah, it was a fun page to do. And I think that's it for Worlds Within Worlds. The next one is Mythic World. And in this one, I did this double page spread. And I remember using the marabou crayons on this one too. And in fact, it's all over the mountains. And then I used some stickles to get some glitter action going there. And on the wings of this griffin, it's all over, if you could see. And then down here on the gold. Yeah, this was a really, really fun page to do. It took me quite a while. I do have a video on this, I'm pretty sure. And then also, I know I have a video on doing this page as well, and had lots of fun here. It looks like I did some ink tints on here, or was it Neocolor 2s? One or the other. And then I know some drawing, Derwent drawing pencils are in here, and then Prismacolor and polychromos. I know this was the drawing, Derwent drawing pencils. Actually, this was too, but I think I used some others in combination. And then have lots of glitter fun on there, those metallic watercolors. I think that's the only two I did in here, but I think it might be one of my favorite books from Kirby. And then we have Alien Worlds. And in here, I have done this. It's not really a double page spread, but I kind of made it like one. Had lots of fun doing this for sure. I'm forgetting now what I used on the background. But yeah, I do a lot of mixed media pages, so it is hard for me sometimes to recall exactly, but I know I used the Uniball gold on here. Signo outlined quite a bit of this. You can see all of that. And then had some Posca areas here. Yeah, this is totally different color palette than I would normally use, and I thought that it turned out pretty cool. And then I did this double page spread. This is a video series on my channel. There's lots of metallic in here, as you can tell. Quite a bit of metallic. Look at that ship. And the planets. Lots and lots of fun. And this was Inktense for sure. But yeah, this was a really, really fun double page to do. And then I think I did one towards the back. And that would be this one here. And I have some Mod Podge glitter over top. This was the Mega Glitter. And I used ink over here. Yeah. This was a really, really fun page to do. There. So that's Alien Worlds. And then in Fragile World, let's see. Don't think I've done as many in Fragile World. I did these two pages here. And I don't think I cared too much for what I did over here. And I actually had some like smearage. So I covered it in Mod Podge glitter. That's always a good answer. If you're struggling with a page, but I know I used a lot of fine liners on this turtle, if you could see. So yeah, I did these separate, but I went ahead and did the same background and then came back and did the whale. Yeah. And did I do anything else in here? That's it. I think those are the only two that I've done in Fragile World. And I bled through on this page. The things we learn, right? And what did I do in Imagimorphia? This was an early page that I did. One of the first ones, I do believe. And I've got some splotchy background here going on. But I was so proud of myself for finishing this. But yeah, that's that page. And I started this double page spread. I wasn't terribly fond of what I did to the background, so then I used a watered down white gesso to cover it, and so now it's got a rough texture. And I was a little afraid of putting pencils over it because I know it will chew up my pencils. Oops, sorry. So I am not sure. I will come back to it at some point. This is just a base layer, so I have to come back and finish this one for sure. And then I started this page and I wasn't too thrilled, so I abandoned it, but I will come back to it. I got some like glitter on here. Could probably take that off with a electric eraser. And then this is an early one that I did. This is the clock page. And I know I used a Prismacolor, polychromos, and then I've got a lot of stickles on here. This was the stickle stage. Don't we all have a stickle stage? I want to say we do. And then I used some glossy accents here on the bat. I don't know if you could tell. But yes, that was that page. I think that was the last one here in Imagimorphia. And then Color Morphia. Trying to think what I did in here. I did this elephant page. here, and I know that I believe I used Inktense and then went over it with Polychromos, the background. Yeah. And then I have some little gel pen areas in here and up here. This was a super fun page to do. I was quite pleased with myself. Let's see, did I do any more on this one? No. But yeah, Kirby is a favorite for sure. So let's move on to the next set of books, and that will be from Melpomene, Chatsapangitu, something of that nature. Haha, nature mandalas. So I haven't colored a lot in these two books, but they are favorite books. So let me show you what I have done. And I think it's because I love detailed books. I know I did one in here. Where is it? There it is. Yeah. So that's this one here. This was the first um, mandala that I ever did. So I didn't do any in more simplified books. I just went for it, and boy, I struggled with it at first, but I do like the outcome. These are such fun and neat pages. This was another one that I did. Here we go. I've got some glitter action on some leaves. I've got Winkastella on the mushrooms. I forget which pencils I used, but I want to say Prismacolor. And I did kind of a gradient background, light to dark, on the bluey purple. So yeah, these were challenging pages for me, but I love this book. I want to get back into it and do more. It's hard when you have a lot of books to go back, to just work in the ones that you love and not give some love to other books. Circle of Life by the same illustrator. And in here, let's see, I did the acorn page. And I'll get you up a little closer. I don't have any glitter on this page. I tried to do one without glitter. What do you think? I didn't do a background because I thought the image itself didn't necessarily need one because you have so much background area in here. And I think actually the first page or set of pages that I did in this book was this one. And boy, this was something to tackle. Gosh, this was early on. I should have written down when I did these. I don't mark my pages dates. I should probably do that. But this was the first time that I really was doing some blending. I know I have some watercolor in here, and then I went over it with pencil. You could tell this is very much a watercolory flower. This one as well. I believe I used polychromos over top. But yeah, this was quite the project, but I'm very happy with the outcome. And I think this is the last one that I've done in this book. Yes, it's the octopus. And I'll bring this up because I have quite a bit of glitter and metallic watercolors on here. I believe I used polychromos on here. And I just tried, there's lots of little glitter spots on the octopus, and I brought those down in to the tentacles and then did a gradient of the pink into an orange into a yellow on the tentacles. So yeah, that was a super fun page. So I love this illustrator, and that's why she's in my favorites. Next one, I would have to do an Eerie book, and you all have seen it. My video series is up. I just finished this double page spread, and it's the first one I did in this book, but I love Eerie books, so I figured I'd show you the one I've colored in. And this has Prismacolor. If you're new to the channel and you haven't seen those other videos, I'll just describe quickly. I used Calor 300 pencils, Prismacolors, polychromos, and then a bunch of metallics and gel pens. And you can see on these books and the bottles just how glittery and metallic fantastic they are. I loved doing this double page spread. Boy, did it take a really long time to do, but there it is without the lights shining on it, and then with the light shining on it. Did Neocolor 2s in the background covered by polychromos. Drew in some stones down at the bottom. Gave it some light source. Have a cute little ducky down there on the bottom. The cauldrons turned out really cool. So yeah, this was super exciting for me to do, and thank you everybody who tuned in and watched me do this 6-part series. And I just think these books are fantastic to get a little bit of everything you might like. I really want to do this windmill page. Oh yeah, I really do. But yeah, there's something I think for everybody in these books. And I understand if you order it from Amazon Japan, then you get a little better paper, but I didn't have too much trouble with the paper, so that's personally, but I don't have the Japanese version to really say. Personally. Next is Hannah Carlson books. All right. I'm not as fond as the smaller books as I was her earlier books. I haven't done a bunch. In fact, I think in this book, I just did this one here. And it was the first time I did like a blue, well, an off-color skin, if you will, a blue-skinned person. I know I used polychromos on here. It's one of my earlier pages, so I don't have tons and tons of shadow or highlights. I covered it with Mod Podge glitter. But yeah, I was happy that it was finished. I think I could probably do a better job now. And then I went ahead and did the same background over here. And intended to finish this page, but it's a half whip. But yeah, you can't go wrong with her books. I'm just not as crazy about the smaller books. I did just get Atlantis. I do like underwater themed stuff, so I do want to do this one too. But that's Tales from the Forest Kingdom, Hannah Carlson. And then Magical Dawn by Hannah Carlson. Let's see what I've done in here. So this is one of the very first, I think this was my first book from her. And this was the first page that I did. And yeah, because I was in my previous art room and I was so terribly proud of myself for this page. And I have some glitter, silver glitter dots on here. And of course the Mod Podge glitter over top. And these are polychromos. I was super happy with the colored pattern that I did. So yeah, lots of glitter and shiny things on this page. I was happy I did a little border. It's fun to see what you did when you first started. And then I started this page and abandoned because I did gouache. And that was probably my mistake. I did gouache on the hair, gouache on the face, and I ran into trouble once I introduced a cheek color. And I got frustrated. I've got a wrinkly page. So I will go back at some point and finish her. But yeah, I wasn't too happy with how the face was going. And I know putting pencils over gouache is not always the most fun to do either. Sometimes you pull up the gouache. So that's kind of, I think, what was happening, and something happened with her lips. So we'll see. We'll see what I could do to try to maybe, I mean, her crown is looking okay. I could work with that. That would be all right. But yeah, I should finish her so that I feel better about it. So that's what I did in Magical Dawn. I do believe that was my first book from her. And then Spirit Animals, I did, let's see here. This was one of my first pages, and I used gouache on here, so I think it was about the same time frame. This one turned out a little better, but I didn't do a background. And I had fun doing her glasses. I gave her like a tortoise glass. And then I love the scarf, how it turned out. I love the texture. So yeah, I did a little better job on the face. I ran into similar problems, but I was able to to do that one, and I was not really doing backgrounds too much yet, so yeah, I think she's okay. She's all right. And is that the only one that I've done in this one? I think so. That's the only one in Spirit Animals. I really do want to get back to these books. But like I said, when you get new books, like you want to at least do a page when you purchase books, and then you don't go back to your favorite. So I might have to change that. All right, so this one is Seasons. And in Seasons, I have a tutorial on how I did this one here. I used Brute Fruner squares on this, and then a lot of different kinds of glitter. There, you can see the coloring a little better if I get you closer and out of the light. And then I transferred the background that I did over here and completed this page, the little birdie. So that turned out cute. And let's see what else I've done in here. I did this page. I think I have a short on this page. Yeah. And I used pan pastels, and then I want to say, is that Prisma or Polychromos? I think maybe Polychromos. And then I did a gold glitter pen, metallic pen here. I was super proud of this page when I did that. It was from quite a while ago. And then I did Autumn Winds and pan pastel again. So there's that one. And then I have metallic all around here, metallic watercolors. And let's see, I started this page and I was using the Starjoy pencils and I was struggling. So I'm going to go back with the Starjoy pencils and do it. I was doing like a gold combination and I just didn't like how it was turning out. I was losing a bit of the tooth of the paper, so I did erase all this area here and some inside this area as well. And I like how her earring turned out. That's what the look I was going for on the earring. And then I started the hair. I will continue with that color because I think it will look cool. But yeah, that's a whip that I need to come back to. And that is it for, is that it for Seasons? I want to say that I did another one in there, but maybe not. Maybe not. Next one is Grains of Gold. And here I did this page. And it's kind of a cool background, but I think the rest is a bit of a hot mess. His fur is kind of crazy. And look at this glow effect I tried to do. This was an earlier page for sure. But yeah, I think the background is lots of fun. It's got Mod Podge glitter on the top. Yeah. Oh, the things we do in the early days. I think that's the only one in this book. Yep. Grains of Gold. And then Maria Trolle is next. So I have Droomreis. And let's start out with this page. This is all pencil. And I like how it turned out. I was starting to do some blending and better coloring on this one. And then I did this one and did an acrylic background and then put a bunch of Mod Podge glitter on it. That was something different. And then this page, no likey. I think because I kind of don't like this guy. And it kind of messed me up. And then the background, I don't know. I don't think I knew what to do with the background with all the lines inside there. I'm going to show you up closer. But yeah. I think whatever attempt I was trying to do on this page just didn't work out. So it's all right. It's good to look back on. Not much shadow or highlighting on things, but it's a completed page. It's the same with this here too. Oh well. So then I did this page, and this is one of my favorites. One of my favorite pages. So I have polychromos. I did a rainbow tree, rainbow leaves, got a bunch of Mod Podge glitter back here and stickles. You name it, it's on there. I had lots of fun with this one. I was super proud of myself for this. And I sacrificed, because I did an alcohol background, I sacrificed this page. I don't normally do that, but I did in this case. So yeah, I think that's what I have done. Oh, and then I did the title page here, and that is Pan Pastel and Prismacolors, some polychromos. Yeah, this was a fun page to do. So that's Droomreis by Maria Trolle. And then another one from Maria Trolle is Mandolin. And in here, let me make sure, I did this little dragon page, and I have lots of little fun glitter on here. This was a really fun page to do too. I liked that it had the black background already. So yeah, super, I love that page. Super, I love that page. It might be the only one I did so far in this book, but I love her as an illustrator very much. And then in Botanicum, oh, I need to put this wax paper back. There's a lot of raised glitter on there. And then in Botanicum, let's see here. Let me make sure I didn't do anything before this page. Let's see here. Yeah, I just have it taped together because I had to for posting it to Instagram, because I did some Inktense and the page curled. But I did this one more recently, and it's a lot of Inktense. Yeah, and I had lots of fun doing it. So that's that one. Guess that's the only one in here too. Yep, Botanicum. And then in Luna by Maria Trolle, I did this page here, and I've got lots of, you know what this is the Nuvo drops. And then some glitter on her hair, lots of different little glitter elements. And then a gold rim for the frame. Actually put that in there. And then I did this unicorn, and I loved how this one turned out. This is all polychromos. Super, super fun. I believe I used Marabou crayons on the background. And do I have any? Yeah, I do have some glitter on her hair, some on the leaves, and in the corner flowers. So yeah, there's that one. I think those are the only two that I did in there. I think. Yeah. So yeah, Maria Trolle, she's a favorite illustrator. And then as far as a favorite book would have to be my Magic Dreamland. This has been a group buddy color for several months. I got in late to it, but it's hosted by Doodle Robot. And I just love these images in here. They're so cute. This was the one that they did for October. I just wasn't able to get to it. I'm going to do it though to catch up. Here's one that I did. Used a bunch of acrylic and metallic glitter, and of course some pencils in there. Made these glitter the packages. So these are really fun pages to do. You can do lots of different things. I've got white Posca on there. Super fun. And did this one. Went crazy with the colors. I'll show you here. Yep, I have some, I believe it was Winkastella on here. There's a bunch of glitter in this headpiece. if you can see. And then on the eyes, and then metallic up here in what would be like the hair. So yeah, super fun page. I'm saying super fun a lot, but they are. And then this panda page, I used, what did I use? Ink tints for all of the background, and then I used black acrylic and then went over it with metallic watercolors. So we have lots of shiny goodness on this page. I like how the panda turned out. Looks like he has his fur. Like, enjoyed this page so much. And then I put a little Tim Holtz, Own Your Dreams. Yeah. And that's what I've done in that book so far, but that is a favorite book, and it's by May Zhang, Zhang. And then the next one is Chris Riniak. So Morning Scribbles has been a group color. I printed off the PDF on Strathmore tan-toned paper, and they're such cute little images. Lots of fun. I came in late to the game, so some of these have already been finished. I did not get to mine, I think, the last 1 or 2 months. But aren't they so cute? And they're fun to complete on this paper. Highly recommend the Strathmore Tantone papers. But that's the book. It's Morning Scribbles. And then I'll show you my completed pages. Let me take them out of the sleeve. So here is the bunny. And I used some pan pastel, and then I also went over with pencil. I don't have any glitter on here, guys. But yeah, these are so cute and fun. They don't take super long to do, so that's also a nice thing. This little froggy, he has tons of metallic watercolors on there. And then this part wasn't here. I did that part to give the egg something to sit on. That one was fun. And here's a Mariola Budek. I do love her too. It's hard to minimize. On there, I put down what I used. I need to get back into coloring some of her images and also Mystic mirrors. So this is another Chris Riniak, and I used glossy accents on the eyeballs, and I did a pan pastel background with some acrylic over top. This one turned out super cute. So there's that one. And then this one, we've got glossy accents on the eyeballs again. And a little Posca for a white tail and some highlights with a little fang. They're just super cute images. Again, super cute. They just are. They just are. And then there's this one. And I used a Hoo Hoo glitter markers on the bee. And then also on the frog and on the shovel on all of this area here. Some dots on the sand. This part wasn't here. I created some sand. So yes, I didn't do glossy accents on these eyeballs. There's metallic on the bucket. Just can't go wrong with these. Like I said, they don't take too long to do, and you get a nice outcome, especially on this Strathmore paper. And here's the hamburger one, and none of this was down here. It was just this image. So I added the vase and the flower and these down here, like on a like he's standing on a table. I don't know. I just thought it was fun. I had a stencil I wanted to use, and a Hoo Hoo glitter markers up here. So yeah, he's adorable. And then this one here, I drew in the tree and the grass. It was just this image here. Have a shooting star, glossy accents, a bunch of glitter on here. I'm trying to think of what I did use stickles for this part. And then down here I have multiple layers of stickles. I love his face. It's so funny. So yeah. Another fun one. And then this one is just in here to protect it, but it's not Chris Reniak. So that's Chris Reniak. All of his books are super cute. Again, super cute. I don't know what's wrong with me. Tropogoth. I wouldn't be able to do this video without including one of my tag books. So it's Tropogoth by Carla Magana. And this is the page we're doing for November. If you want to be included, it's hashtag Tropogoth2023 on Instagram. And let me show you. I did this one. This has alcohol marker and some glitter, metallic. These are just so much fun. You can do so much with them and be bright and colorful. This one here was last month's, and this has Tuli Art acrylic, and I use Spectrum Noir clear glitter here, and dual metallic on the wings. I mean, I used all kinds of Ohuhu glitters, dual Pentel metallics, lots of stuff here. And then I just dotted around and with some Tuli Art and put some Spectrum Noir on top. And then did this one. I used black gesso for this and alcohol markers and some metallics. Her stockings are super shiny. She's got lots of metallics on her and then on the tiki. And then in here, yeah, this was lots of fun. These pages just lend themselves to, you know, doing lots of different kinds of colors and the sort. So that's Tropogoth, Carla Magana. Next book is Tomislav Tomic, Dramenvanger. And I don't have a whole lot colored in here, but it is one of my favorite books. It's super detailed. I love details, but they take a lot of time, so I don't pull it out every month. I did this double page spread. So I used teardrop ink on the clouds and in the background, and then used colored pencils over it. And there's copper metallic up on the rooftops, Posca pens. I do have acrylics in here, have lots of glitter on the castle and on here. This was just super fun. Super fun. I mean, come up with something else, Christina. There's some glitter on this winged area here and the ladder. They're just great detailed pages to do, and everything that I threw at this page, I don't have any bleed through. So it's great, fantastic paper. Lots of cool images in here. I just wish there were more hours in a day and days in a year, can I say. But yeah, Tomislav Tomic, and I have the other book too. I haven't colored in it yet. The next one is going to be this book, and it's Traveling at the Fantasy District General Store with Noriko Nishimura and Yuki, same last name. And in here, you have all of the paintings here in the front, if you want to go by them. And I did this page here, and I threw a lot at this page. I'll have to bring you closer. There's just so much on it. There's lots of metallic and glitter Mod Podge on the water down there. tons of glitter gel pens. I love the sky. And I love inside here the metallics. These are just, they're super detailed and they take a long time, but they're very rewarding. Yeah, so there's that page. They have nice paper and single-sided. And then this page was done recently with Disney Mag and Coloring with K. And mine I had to take out because as I was coloring on the edge, it was starting to tear. So I have so much on here. I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure that I use Prismacolor, polychromos. I have lots of metallic details on here. I was not able to get a great picture of it on Instagram. I think it shows up better here actually in this lighting. And I blacked out this area here. Yeah, these are just great. I love this silver, black silver. I think that's an Ohuhu marker, Ohuhu glitter marker. Yeah, lots of details, but lots of fun. And those are the two that I've completed so far. Since it's one of my favorite books, I wanted to take it slow and not rush through and get them all done because there's not a lot of pages in here. But look how cool these images are. Yeah. Lots of fun to be had in here. Do really want to do this one. Yep, super neat book. There, I said super neat, not cool. Then the next illustrator that I have been loving is Tabitha Barnett. I just got this book recently, but it's a bunch of little cute little monsters. And my affinity for this is that my grandson loves monster theme. If you've been on my channel a while, you've seen pictures of me doing, I order shoes from Amazon for my grandson, and then I use acrylics to draw monsters on his shoes, and then use a top coat to protect the shoes. And he just loves these kinds of little cute little monsters. And I was so excited to find that Tabitha Barnett made this kind of book, and this was in my October completed pages. They're just fun, you know. And you have black versions, black backgrounds, and then you have the white. So yeah, cute book. Whoops, my big pile is about to drop. And then it's Fall Y'all, Tabitha Barnett. Again, this is by illustrator. Disney Meg and I have been working in Tabitha Barnett books. And this is one that we did here. Broken Circle. They're just so much fun. And then we did this one. Tilted a little bit so you could see some of the metallic. And then we did this one. This was October. And this one was also October. They're just really, really cute images in here. I think that's all we've done in this book so far. But yes, I love Tabitha Barnett's illustrations. And then we have Broken Circles here. Disney Meg and I have worked out of this book too. We've done this one, the ornaments with different metallics on there. And then we did this page with the unicorns. And then did this one with the fairies, and I used glossy accents on the wings. And then we did this camping scene. This one was a lot of fun. And we did the mermaids and narwhals. Got some metallic watercolor in the background. That's it. We've got black backgrounds left to do. but they're the same images with the black. So yeah, I love Tabitha Barnett books, and thank you to Disney Meg so that we've been able to work in them. Next illustrator would be Rita Berman. So the first one is Mindrace Dirch Europa. I love the size of her books. I like the paper. So I did these 2 pages here with pencil, and then I also did some Mod Podge glitter on top. Yeah, these are great to color. I did this one here, the letter. Got some pan pastel and some stickles. And then I did this page, and this has some mega glitter over it. Have to tilt it that way so you could kind of see the image and then look what happens. But yeah, this was lots of fun to do. Everything is just fun. I mean, it's my favorites video, so you're going to hear that a lot, huh? At one point, I think that I wanted, because I have this tagged, I wanted to do this page here. It's not in my November coloring, though. All right, next one is mine Reese Dirch Asian, the Asia book. I have not gotten Africa. I'm not sure. Probably wait on it. I did this page here. I love that she has these little squared images. And there's lots of stickles and metallics and things going on. I used polychromos, pretty sure. Have some stained glass going on there. So yeah, it's a great, great time. And that's what I've done in the Asian book. And then this Underland book, I've done this butterfly here. And I think when I had closed up the book, I transferred, and this was early days, so I just washi taped the other side. But here is the butterfly page. And then here is the bee page, the honeycomb bee page. And I actually have nail polish on here, and it's still tacky. That's why I have to look. Some of it came off this wing. I wasn't expecting that it would stay tacky, but it sure did. But I think it turned out nice anyway. And I did this snail page. So I have an acrylic background and other acrylics on here and lots of glitter gel pens. It was super fun. Again, super fun. Okay, so that is Rita Berman. And then my last set of favorites would be Lulu Mayo and the Kawaii Tarot coloring book. I've just done the 1 page, but I love Lulu Mayo. And I should have done more shading and all the things, but you know, it's completed now. I could go back and do that, but yeah, it's a great book, and I want to color in it more. But like I said, I have to show all my books a little love, and so completing a book for me is really tough. Completing a lot of pages in a book is tough because I love so many books. But yeah, that is the Tarot Kawaii Tarot book. And then in A Million Cute Animals, what have I done in here? I did this page, and this was a gouache background with pencils, glitter, and this was actually copper leaf. This was a really enjoyable page to do. I love how the copper leaf turned out. I love the background. Simple but cute. And I love the paper in here. It's one of the reasons I love the Lulu Mayo books. And then A Million Owls. Let's see here. I did this double page spread here. And I believe I used Prismas on this one. So yeah, I did that double page spread, and then I did this double page spread. here. No glitter, just all pencil. This was fun. I enjoyed this one a lot. Okay, so those are all the books. Okay, so next I'm going to do favorite pencils. My favorite pencil set is the Calor 300. This is the only set of Calor that I have, the 300. I know they came out with more, what, 500 or something? I won't be getting that. I think 300 is plenty. Oops, upside down, sorry. And here are all of the color swatches. I just love these so much. I like being able to have all of the colors. I think it makes it easy for a beginner colorist to have plenty of choices in all the colors. And even as I've advanced in some of my coloring, I have so far to go, but I just enjoy them so much. And I haven't so much used many of the metallics, but they're okay as far as metallics go. I just really enjoy them. What can I say? I have a lot of fun using these. And they go on the majority of papers I've put them on. So Calor would be my favorite budget pencil. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum would be my Holbein 150. Here are the color swatches for the Holbein. And I love Color with Claire on her Ko-Fi, where you can download the color family chart. I think that's also fantastic for beginners or even advanced, because it's so easy just to go, oh, I want some pinks, and here's the pinks. I want some blues, here's the blues. So I love that. And here are the pencils. Getting low on some already. And I have some out because I'm working on a page. The last Instagram post from Fanciful Folk Art, I'm using Holbeins. But they're so nice to use. And this is an extra one I have. I actually have a couple extra ones because I had gotten like 5 in a subscription box from way back. But yeah, Holbeins and Calor. Those would be my 2 favorites. I love the pen pastels. These are great to use. I have some others that are stacked, but I didn't bring them out. You can get tints, you can get pearl colors, metallic colors. I just actually purchased a blender, like a colorless blender. I want to try that out. I'll probably do it in a video so we can see how that works for backgrounds. And then the Workable Fixative by Krylon is what I use after I do a background, and creates a good surface for you to put pencil over. So pen pastels would be my favorite pastel. And now let's go to wet mediums. Recently I purchased the Tuli Art acrylic pens, and I'm loving them. I've been using them quite a bit ever since I got them. And then I got this case for them, which I'm super excited about, which I recommend these cases here. I'll put links below for everything here. It will take me a long time, but I will. So anyway, you have these acrylic paint pens. You get to see inside how much you have left, and these are new. And after use, you can put them under a stream of water and then just dab them real quick on a lintless towel of some sort, and after every use, so that you can keep them in good shape. But there are so much colors. I got the reds and pinks, the yellows and browns, the skin tones, the greens and blues and purples, jewel tone, and fluorescence. And the last two are pastels and grays, and I have those coming. So yeah, they're my favorite. My favorite acrylic pen before now would have been, first would have been Posca, and then when I was purchasing from Temu, the Guangna acrylic pens, before they started being popular on Amazon. Currently, they were my favorites, but these are my favorites now. So that is the Tuli Art, and I also recommend these cases because they fit the pens real nice. Next would be alcohol markers. And I just brought my smaller set. Ohuhu had sent me these, and I did a review on. There's a video if you'd like to go see. But this is the pastel set, and I love the brush marker. That nib is fabulous. You also have the broad end too, which I've been trying to use more so I can be more comfortable with it. But I love these, and now that they have refills, I think they're a great substitution for the Copics. And yeah, I have all of the set now except for 48 of the, is it the classic colors? But guess what? Ohuhu sent them to me. So I'll be having a video come out about those and a couple other items they sent. But prior to them reaching out to me and offering me any markers, they were my favorite anyway. So Ohuhu alcohol markers. And then a recent favorite in the alcohol marker department has been the Tetra Tree 101. And the reason that I love these so much is their size. First of all, they have a fine tip, which is great for all of your small areas. And then you have a tiny broad, but I love the shape of the nib. If you could see, yeah, it's really good. And they have 101 colors. And it's in this cute little bag. It's amazing, 101 fit in it. You do have to be kind of creative when you're closing the bag. But yeah, I've been loving these. So that's a favorite too. And then another wet medium favorite of mine would have to be my Tombos. And let me just get them straight here. So these are my skin tone markers, and I have a hairband around them. So when I use them, I use these colors here. And I do believe I have the whole set now. I ordered them off Blick, a few at a time. So there's all of your colors. And also, I have this blending kit where you can go ahead and draw on this plastic sheet. You don't have to use their sheet, but this is what gets sent to you. You could marker up this sheet, this plastic, and then take a watercolor brush or the Tombow colorless marker, and you can mix. So if you liked these two greens together, then you could mix them and then put them on your page. And I've done that quite a bit with success. And the blending kit that they send you has the dual brush blender pen, a spray mister, and then this blending palette. So Tombos are definitely a go-to for me in my pages. And I can base or I can just leave them alone on a page. And then I don't think a video of favorites from me would be complete without showing you ink tints. Now, I did get the 100 set, and here these beauties are. They are wonderful to use. It takes forever to get through them, so they last a long time. I think these will be able to get passed down to my granddaughter for sure. They'll still be around. But I love these, and they're so much fun to use. You can even occasionally use them dry. I have done that a couple of times. Not for a whole page, but like for an area. But yeah, great colors, great coverage. And you have the name of the color here. And the ends are dipped nice. They're just fantastic. I didn't bring my color chart with me, but yep, can't complete too many pages without wanting to go to my ink tints. And it's nice if you go through Blick, you can get them a few at a time. It's one thing I like about some of the things that I've chosen is that you can, you know, open stock, get them a few at a time. You don't have to break your budget. And then Albrecht Dürer. These are a favorite watercolor pencil for me. I enjoy these so much. They have great colors, and you can use them wet and dry, and they're super fun. But yeah, Albrecht Dürer are fantastic to use on your pages, and you can use Tombow marker or minimal water to activate them and then use them dry over top. So I love these Albrecht Dürer. Highly recommend. Okay, next up are going to be my favorites for embellishments on pages. So I have two different Etsy sellers that I get metallic watercolors from. One is Renaissance Colors, handmade, and here is the Advent favorites. And then this one, Renaissance as well. All these will be Renaissance. Here is the West End 2 color shifts. And then the Chrome Pop collection. Here I have a little swatch on this one. And a little sample. And then here, this one is Underground collection. And those are all from Renaissance. And then the next ones are Sparkling Magical Watercolors. And here is a mystery tin. She does these mystery tins where she'll put in, you can say like, I want greens or blues or so on and so forth. So she asked if I wanted some greens, and I said yes, yes, yes. And then she added some of these others, and it was a mystery and a surprise when I got it. And these are beautiful. I use them a lot on my Eerie page, and 2 Eerie books, and many others. She's also provided any of my subscribers with a discount code. I'll include it in the description. And then there is this one, and these are all fairy iridescent colors. This one is also lots of magical, glittery fun in all different kinds of colors. This was another mystery tin. This one here, so it has lots of beautiful metallics. I've got some bronzes and golds. This one is fabulous here. Silver. This is a beautiful turquoise and the pink. And then here's pop art. And then the last one here. This is a really amazing silver. And then these iridescent pink. And then here are other silvers. So sparkling magical watercolors from Etsy, and then Renaissance colors. And again, I'll put the links in the description if you see anything that you like. Next up would be the Uniball Signo pens. So I have the gold and the silver, the bronze, and the white. And I'll just give a quick swatch for these. Here's the gold. Here's the silver. The bronze. And it might be difficult to see the white, but I'll do it anyway. And then bring you in closer to see. Super sparkly and metallic, and they're wonderful because they have a very fine tip that you can use. So I use these on a lot of my pages, and they're my favorites. Another favorite would be this glaze pen, and it's the black. So you get a 3D effect. There you go. Love using those for black accents. And then Posca, the white Posca, and it's the 0.7 millimeter that I love to use. See if I can do it over these glitters. But yeah, I love the 0.7. And the 3 millimeter are okay too. But I find that the Posca goes over most everything the best. I've used a lot of different white acrylic jelly rolls, and this just seems to be the best one for me. So it is the white Posca pen. And then we have Glossy Accents by Ranger. And this is a lot of fun. It's kind of a big glob. And then it's good to clear it out so that you don't have stickiness on the next time around. But yeah, that's Glossy Accents. There you go. Gives a nice effect for eyes and anything else you want to be glossy. And then one of my favorite sparkle pens would be the Pentel Dual Metallic Brush Markers. And you'll see why. I have 2 sets of these because I love them so much. Oops, that one's not been primed. So they have a nice little brush tip. And sometimes you do get like a slightly frayed hair or two, so you just want to make sure before you're putting it down on your page that you don't have that situation, but you can create some fine line work. So yeah, these are favorites of mine. And then another favorite are the Ohuhu glitter markers. There's the nib that you get. And I love these. They're super sparkly. I've asked Ohuhu if they would make some more colors. They said they would forward it to the development department. I'm probably needing some replacement ones because I use them so much. But yeah, there's the Pentel Dual Metallic. And then the Ohuhu glitter markers. So those are lots of fun if you don't want to pull out some metallic watercolors. And then last but not least is my little box of Tombow colorless markers. I use these for a lot of things. I use them over pencil to get a smooth blend. I use them in my ink tints, in my Neocolor 2s, so that I don't have a ton of water going on a page. And then I use these Art and Fly colorless blenders. You have this one's been used a lot, but you have a brush tip and then a chisel on the end. And I also use these over colored pencils, and I use them the same as the Tombow, depending on what kind of paper I have, because it is alcohol colorless marker. And you can see I get them in 3 packs because I use them so much. You see, they're well used. That one's well used. And the nibs are even poking out. I probably need to get rid of a couple of them, but yeah, I buy them on Amazon in 3 packs so that I have plenty. And then I have the Ecoline markers, and this is also good for a blender as well. So that is it. Those are my favorites. I know this was a long video, but it was hard for me to limit it to just 10 supplies and 10 books because I love certain illustrators, certain books, and so on and so forth. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was much requested by many of you. So those are my favorites for November 2023. Maybe we'll do another one in 3 to 6 months and see what my favorites are then. I know that I have a lot of newer books recently that I love, but I haven't colored in yet. So I wanted to make sure that I showed you books that I have colored in so that you could see what I've done with them. So you all have a good rest of your day. And thank you so much for tuning in. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new. I have some great videos coming in November and some new books coming in, of course. And I hope you all have a great time coloring, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.